Hello everyone and welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Rad. I'm your host Lara O'Neil-Dunne and this week we're talking roommates. Here to help me sort the good from the bad and the bad from the rad, we have Zach Gusson, a poetry major and sports and opinion writer for The Daily. Zach's had over 21 roommates in his lifetime, including 2 in the womb.
To clarify, I was a triplet.
Allison Gorman, an English major who has never had a room to herself.
There was a 6-month period before my brother was born that I did have a room to myself.
And Mina Larazavi, a pre-social welfare major who's enjoying her own room in a cluster right now.
It's rad.
Thanks so much to everyone for coming on the show today. Living with roommates is a huge part of the college experience for many Americans, whereas in other countries, living with parents until an older age is considered the norm. Do you think the expectation to live with roommates is good, bad, or rad?
I think it's good, especially because it gets you out of the house. There's nothing worse than people who are 24 and living in their parental home, like my older brother.
Do you agree?
I agree. I think it's really good. I mean, you learn to solve things for yourself. I feel like if you're living with your parents for so long, you kind of depend on them more.
So you think that the expectation to move out kind of, it helps you grow?
Yeah, it's a good experience to meet new people that come from different backgrounds that you're not really used to or you don't know, You don't get to choose your roommates, especially if you live in the dorms.
Roommates are like friends, and friends like to share, but not always, and probably not when it's your Triscuits that have been devoured by hungry housemates. What's your guys' stance on food sharing in a roommate situation? Good, bad, or rad?
I think food sharing's rad. Just I'll give a little bit, they'll give a little bit. It'll work out, I think, up to a certain point, but it can be bad at times.
What are those times?
It's when you buy something special that's just for you, something like chocolate, something you like, and your roommate eats it, it's just like, oh.
As long as you have open lines of communication, as in whose food you can eat and whose room it's okay to go into.
You guys have never had a situation where your most delicious chocolate that you bought especially for you was eaten?
Yeah, last year my roommate was kind of bad last year.
What happened?
She didn't really understand boundaries at all and really enjoyed taking my stuff.
I think if there's chocolate that good, I'm gonna hide it, and if they can find it, they deserve it.
Okay, well, on that note, since 1980, the Post-it note has enabled college kids to wish each other good luck on your test, as well as pay rent or die. What has been your experience with the roommate note leaving? Good, bad, or rad?
I'm gonna say it's rad. We have something that's much better than a Post-it note. It's a dry erase board, and it means that you can interact with the messages. So we had an ant infestation once, and we wanted to tell everyone that, so we wrote ants. But then someone turned that into pants, which then got turned into plants, which got turned into killer plants, which finally got turned into killer implants. So every different variety had a drawing, and it turned into this awesome, awesome piece of art that we've actually still got framed.
What about the ants, though?
They went away eventually. Winter came.
I don't know, last year we didn't even use Post-it notes or dry erase, we just like to communicate, talk to each other, text maybe, call each other.
And they're never passive-aggressive or...
No, I loved them to death. It was rad.